Hi, and welcome to the April edition of 71 Magazine. I'm your host, John Bryenton, and joining me in the studio today is Lois Decker, who is the director of the Kentucky Small Business Development Center right here in Owensboro. Lois, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, the first thing I want to ask is, how many of these small business development centers do we have across the state of Kentucky, and how are you funded?
Okay. First of all, there are 22 small business development centers. Okay. I'm connected with Murray State University. We handle 22 counties in the state of Kentucky, but every county in the state and in the nation has a small business development district attached to it.
Oh, okay.
But we get part of our funding through the Small Business Administration. Our federal dollars come through there. Mm-hmm. Then we also get part of our dollars through state. And it all comes into our central office in Lexington, and then it's doled out to different universities. Again, I'm with Murray State, so that's who pays my paycheck. So
right.
Go Racers.
Yes. So in other words, the University of Kentucky facilitates a general area, and
yes.
they've actually I guess partnered with Murray State.
Yes.
And then Murray State goes out and I guess supports these different centers that are open. But you serve how many different counties?
The Murray office serves 22 counties. I serve 9 counties, and then Murray serves the rest out of the Murray office.
So your area is strictly Davis County?
No, we go along with the ad districts. So our counties are attached to the ad districts.
You got a lot of them then?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I think the grad area, they've got quite a few in the Green River area district development. They've got quite a few quite a few counties there. So, well, there is 120 counties in Kentucky. I mean,
yes.
We got a little carried away with counties, I think. Okay, what is the general purpose of the Small Business Development Center?
Our focus is small business. That's what our mission is. It's for businesses that are for-profit businesses. They have to have under 500 employees and be a for-profit business for us to be able to work with them. But most businesses in Kentucky fall into that category.
Okay. Well, specifically, because I've always thought, I remember the Small Business Association. I don't know what it was called back then. I was very young, but I can still remember when I was in Kentucky, the Small Business Development Center. But typically, I always thought that you just supplied services to startup businesses. But what do you do for startups?
Okay. Startups are a unique animal, to be honest. There are certain things that you have to do at the beginning to make sure that you comply with, federal, state, and local taxes and get your business license. And depending on what type of business you are, you may have additional things that you have to do, especially if you fall under EPA regulations. So we try to make sure that you get off on the right foot, especially those first 2 years, because there's a lot that happens those first 2 years. So we have several things that we can do. We help them try to get started, go through the process of the startup. We help them if they need funding. Now, we don't have funds to lend, but we help them with their business plan and projections. And if they do need financing, we kind of show them what is out there, the requirements and the options that they have.
Okay. Because I think a lot of people have great ideas. And of course, our country is based on entrepreneurs.
Yes.
It really is. And so a lot of people have a great idea, but they just don't have a plan for it.
Yes.
And we all know that if you're looking for financing, the bank is going to need, or whatever institution is going to be loaning you money, needs a business plan.
Yes.
And so what you're really helping people do is get started and be on the right foot when they get going.
Yes, for the startups, yes. Now I see about half of our clients are existing businesses that are either trying to grow, or maybe they have some issues. Maybe they're trying to hire an employee or expand, or maybe they just have general questions and they don't know where else to go.
Lois, why don't you share maybe a story that where you've helped an existing business?
Okay. Our services are confidential, so I can't really tell you that, except that we do have a release form that they signed, and I do want to brag on them. They're the Miller House in Owensboro. They won a Pacesetter Award last year, and they are an awesome business.
They are. Listen, you guys have done a fantastic job with the Miller House, because they're a very popular place to eat. They're great people. I I know them personally, and and you've been working with them since the very beginning, haven't you?
Yes, off and on, because usually at a certain point, then businesses, they have enough experience where they just kind of go out on their own, but usually we hear back from them if they're trying to expand, or maybe they have some issues that they want to discuss.
Sure. Well, that's a great support system that you have there. What would a business look like that you cannot serve?
Oh, that's a good question. If they are over 500 employees,
Okay.
or if they are a nonprofit organization, our mission is not to serve that group.
Lois, why don't you share with us your experience, your background?
Okay. I graduated from Brescia with a BS in accounting, and then I had several different jobs, and came to Murray after trying to start my own business, and I figured out that really wasn't for me. I loved the work that I did.
Right. I
just didn't like to try to get people to come, and I didn't like the sales portion of it.
I see.
I liked doing the work, and as long as I could sit at my desk, I
Right.
loved that, but
Right.
I didn't like going out and trying to find new customers.
Oh, I see. So now you found a home, though, to help people in doing a lot of things that you enjoyed doing.
Yes.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, listen, based on your experience in the 20 years that you've been there, what do you feel are some of the issues that face small businesses?
Okay. I think the major issue at the moment is trying to get employees to show up to work consistently.
Okay.
We hear that all the time, that they have jobs, and not just minimum wage jobs. These are good jobs, but they can't get people in their company to consistently show up for work on time and just have a good workforce.
Right. Well, listen, that's understandable. It's a different generation. We've heard that a lot, and that's great that you're there to help support them in those efforts, because that can be a struggle, really. National Small Business Week is coming up April 29th. And do you all have anything planned?
Well, usually it's a week of activities. We have not put those down on paper yet, but I'm sure we will have some. We do have a pace setter nomination in. We have not found out if they've won or not, but we're very excited about that.
So as far as the pace setter goes, so do you nominate businesses for pace setter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there's certain criteria. They have to be in business, I think, 5 years. They have to have a certain number of employees and have sales over a certain amount.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. That's wonderful that you've got some, especially the Miller House. They've been very successful, by the way. I'm sure you know that.
Yes,
and
they are wonderful.
They're a great partner here in Owensboro also. Well, listen, if people need additional information, I know you set up appointments with folks to talk to them, but how can they get a hold of you or get additional information?
Okay. They can go to our website at ksbdc.org or call 270-926-8085. Now, I do have a couple of statistics I'd like to share with you.
Let's.
Last year, our clients started 136 businesses in the state of Kentucky. They created 1,390 jobs. They obtained almost $86 million in either financing, like a bank financing or investor financing. And for every $1 invested in the KSBDC services by our partners, they get a return of $10.13 to the economy of Kentucky. So we're really proud of that.
Yeah, as you should be, because like we said earlier, entrepreneurship, it's the lifeblood of the United States. It really is.
It is.
I mean, and organizations such as yours are vital to businesses. Like I said earlier, you got some folks who've got a great idea, but they just don't know how to get it up off the ground. And that's really what you're there for. Okay, well, Lois, listen, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and best of luck to you.
Well, thank you.
Okay, stay tuned. Up next, we're going to be with Rosemary Connor with the CASA organization, and it is the National Neglect and Abuse Month. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.